a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Corral.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Panthers at 2-6 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On first down, it's Corral. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the play fake, Corral. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Switching it up. Corral going to throw here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football. At the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordarrelle Patterson. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons 5 men in the secondary now on third.
Choose the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Corral. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Corral. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You must be dreaming.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Corral. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jeremy Chin picks it off. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Get ready. Get ready.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Amari Barno in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
First down. Here's Corral with it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's brought in downfield by London. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Coup for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Panthers 3.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
But, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second down, they'll run it here. Room here to run.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 24. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 38.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Panthers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Corral here, working from the gun.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
3rd and long, Corral.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
So now, 60 red. 60 red. White.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
45 yards.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Let's see what you got. 45's the mark. It's our time. It's our time.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On second down, here's Corral. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Third and long, here's Corral. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Corral. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 20.
Corral, another throw coming. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw, Corral. On the move to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Watch left. He's top right there.
Going quickly out to the right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take foot.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Atlanta, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.